Hey folks, this is Kalani, going to be having a look at the Garrison now that it's all leveled up with everything unlocked. So, I'm going to have a look at the functionality of some of these, including how to gather minerals and herbs without having mining and herbalism, which is pretty interesting considering some of the professions like alchemy actually require mining materials, which, you know, your Garrison is going to help you out with. So we'll have a look at the functionality of pretty much every building and what they look like. So as you can see, everything feels a lot better, a lot bigger, a lot shinier, and it definitely looks a lot more busy with all the followers about. So that's pretty cool. Now the town hall hasn't changed a great deal. Still level 3. We've got our command table where we can happily go through all our missions and obviously look at our followers. We've got the daily table, which doesn't change between days, apparently, although the dailies are actually different, Stone Fury Cliffs and Ring of Blood, so you're going to have a few choices there. We've got our schematics vendor, or blueprints vendor, who right now will sell you level 2 and level 3. Now I'm not entirely sure if that's placeholder, because I can't imagine having access to all of them at the vendor is what Blizzard has in mind, but they're there right now. Level 3 buildings are sadly not unlocked. And then we've got the architect's table. So this can show you pretty much everything that all of the buildings can do throughout the levels. You notice that we've got the fishing, herb garden and the mine unlocked, so you can see the functionality in those, which is pretty amazing and really strange. They're still not letting you use any more than 2 professions, but they do let you gather herbs without having herbalism and ores without having mining, which is kind of interesting. We'll see just how much you can actually get from there. But we have the fishing shack unlocked. You got a nice fishing trainer, as well as a vendor, just to get you started. Now, as this little area is leveled up, you get access to more fish, though I haven't seen any pools at all, so I don't think you'd get specific fish. But I know that you can get small fish at level 1, medium fish at level 2, and rare fish at level 3. So that could be interesting to see how it progresses. Now the herb garden is currently at level 2, and basically you can gather herbs. It seems to be random what spawns or what grows, but you can gather herbs without having herbalism, which is really cool, especially if you want to start some work orders which require herbs but don't quite have a herbalist. Now these seeds are used for work orders with Nally soft soil, so you need to get 25 of a specific seed and then she'll actually grow additional herbs for you. So you can kind of do a nice cyclic thing where you get herbs in your herb garden, get seeds, give your seeds to your little herb gardenist, and she'll give you more herbs, which just seems to be, you can gather pretty much all of the base materials that you could require from your Garrison as long as you level it up, which is interesting. And we've got a little, that's interesting, and more herbs. I really don't think I will be leveling a herbalist, which is pretty cool. So that's the herb garden. Let's have a little ride around to the mine. Now, these unlock with really, really easy quests. They're available at 92, I believe. So, after that, you should be raking in materials. Happily mine myself some Blackrock stone. Now, in the mine, you've got little mining nodes, and you've also got cards, if we can find one of them. We've got ourselves a mining cart. So it just seems to be a ridiculous way to get quite a lot of materials without even needing to A, pick up a profession, and B, level the profession. So if you're wondering how you're going to complete work orders which require ore, well, just level up your Garrison. Seems to be the best way to do this. This is a damn sight faster than anything that mining would get you, but obviously they are going to be limited and it's going to take a little while for them to respawn, but come back once every few days and you're pretty much going to be laughing. If you need to top yourself off, I'm sure you can just go out mining if you do have mining, but the garrison seems to provide quite a lot of materials for you already, which I didn't think it would provide this much, I'll be honest. It definitely seems to be... It's not a minimal amount, if that makes sense. It's not the case of, yes, we'll give you 1 or 2 every few days, but you're going to have to pick up mining if you really want to do anything. You can pretty much do anything as long as you get that mine leveled up, which is pretty cool. So back inside the garrison, we've got our inn, I believe. Indeed, our Frostwall Tavern. Now, this is pretty key in recruiting followers, because we have a headhunter who every week searches for new recruits, and you can specify the traits which you want a new recruit to have and then pick up that recruit. So if your party is missing one certain attribute to counter that pesky mortal strike, then you can happily search for it and get that specifically, which is really cool. We got the barracks. When leveled up, you can assign followers here to act as your bodyguard. So I could use a little muscle, and then we've got ourselves a little bodyguard. Just follow us around and help us with quests. We can tell her to bugger off as well. We've got ourselves a little portal area, which will open a portal of your choosing when you gather up Ogre Waystones. So that's pretty cool. I'm not entirely sure how long that's going to last, but I believe they are portals to every area, so that's a nice little addition. We have the lumber mill, which allows you to mark trees out in the world, very similar to the starting garrison quest, and basically you gather up limber, or timber rather, limber timber, gather enough, set a work order, and you get garrison resources. Probably the best way to generate garrison resources right now outside of all of your follow quests. And then we have our little buildings down at the bottom with our trade skills. So we have a dueling area where we can place work orders using the ore we get from the mines. So you can place work orders to get gems without ever having dual crafting or mining. So we'll go ahead and start that up. They take a little while. Or they don't take any time at all. Or it's just for the quest. Nice little bonus for the first time. Over on the other side, I have got an enchanting area. I like to place a work order. Once again with ore, we can happily get some enchanting materials. Which seems pretty crazy, turning literally all of your resources in your garrison into trade skill resources. We've got leather and the tannery, and I don't think I have enough. Sadly not, even though I am a skinner. But as a quick note, you could put down a barn, I believe, to produce leather for you as well. So everything in your garrison can be completely cyclic if you want to do that, and you can pick and choose which buildings you set up, which just makes your garrison a huge farm for any resource that you want. Then over on the side here we've got vendors, so we've got general goods and repairs, we've got food and drink, we've got regents, and then we've also got this ethereal who will rent you out constructs. Now these constructs provide a little teleport between the two little portals, which is pretty cool. You can move these pretty much wherever you want, but there is a limit on how far they can go. And you don't actually have to have them out at all. You can talk to him and you can put them away. Simply talk to him to ask to rent them again. And there they are. But that's it for this garrison preview. Pretty much all of the functionality that I currently have. Bear in mind that some of the buildings are pick and choose. You can't have all of them active at once. So if you have different trade skills or you want different materials from your trade skills, you can happily choose the ones you want. But it should work exactly the same way. Thanks for watching, folks. Good luck and have fun, and as always, I will see you next time.